Hi everyone, I am Dr. Soundararaj. These are all a couple of details related to my career. At the outset, I sincerely thank you for your time to watch this video. In this video, I am going to deliver my lecture on the topic Factors Affecting Promotion Mix. After you watch the full video, if you find the video useful to you, give a like to the video and do subscribe my channel. Let's get into the topic. Factors affecting promotion mix. The factors affecting promotion mix have been categorized under three categories, namely product related factors, market related factors, and organization related factors. Let's get into the details of the first set of factors, which are nothing but product related factors. Product information. It depends upon the type of information the marketer wants to communicate with his target audience. If the message to be communicated or the information to be shared with the target audience is simple, easy to understand and also easy to communicate, it is certain that the marketer can go for advertising. More of advertising would be an appropriate tool to be used for communicating simple messages with the target consumers. If the message to be communicated with the target audience is very complex related to the product, obviously, it is good to depend upon more of personal selling and also direct marketing. They would be more appropriate for sharing complex product information with the target consumers. Number two, the stage of the product in its life cycle. We know every product passes through 4 stages in its life cycle. They are none other than introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. When the product is there in the introduction stage, it is good for a marketing organization to depend more on advertising, more on sales promotion to initiate free trials by the consumers, and less of other promotional tools in the introduction stage of a product. When the product is there in the growth stage, you find competitors entering into the same product market to compete with you. After they notice the growth of your product or the acceptance for your new product among the target consumers, new entrants in the name of competitors will enter into your product market. So certainly to put off the competitor strategies, you need to depend more on advertising, more on sales promotion as well, and probably lesser on other promotional tools that are available. When the product is there in the maturity stage, you can understand the fact that your product has been accepted by the consumers, who can be categorized to be majority. When the product is there in the introduction stage, you as a company will target mainly upon the consumers who could be named to be innovators. When it enters into the second stage of its life cycle, which is nothing but growth, you target upon the consumers who are known as adopters. When it gets into the maturity stage, it is certain that the product has gained momentum and acceptance from the viewpoint of the consumers. So you find quite a lot of competition and many players are there in your product market. To compete with such stiff competition for your product, it is advisable to depend more on advertising, more on sales promotion. If it's possible to reach out to all the customers, you can very well depend upon personal selling. If the number of customers to be reached out is very minimum, you can very well depend upon personal selling. You could also make use of a little bit of direct marketing and more of public relations. This would be the promotional strategy you could follow when your product is there in the maturity stage. When the same product moves towards decline stage, it is evidence that the product is dying. The concept of the product is dying. Probably because of a better alternative for your product is given birth. Might be by your competitors or by your own company as well. So that is also possible. In that stage, to dispose the available stock of your product, you should depend more upon sales promotion. You can bring down the level of advertising for your product when it reaches its declining stage. The third point to be considered under product related factors is type of product. What is the type of your product? Is it consumer product or industrial product? For a consumer product, obviously more of advertising, more of sales promotion could be made use and lesser of personal selling, public relations and direct marketing could be used if your product is a fast moving consumer good. And more specifically for convenience consumer products, you can depend more upon advertising and other aspects. If your product is a shopping consumer product, a durable, you have to come out with really informative advertising to enlighten the customers more about your product, the utilities consumers could derive using your product. And you could also greatly depend upon sales promotion during the festival seasons or special occasions so that you can maximize the sale of your shopping consumer product during such occasions. What about industrial products? For the promotion of industrial products and pharmaceutical products, I would strongly recommend personal selling as a first promotional tool you could depend upon. That would be the best tool which could be used by your organization for effective promotion of industrial products and pharmaceutical products. Then the second priority for the promotion of industrial products could be sales promotion, followed by you could make use of marketing public relations. The next point to be discussed here is unit price. If the unit price of your market offering is high, you can certainly depend upon more of personal selling, more of sales promotion, lesser of advertisement. Similarly, if the price of your commodity or marketing offer is low, go for massive advertisements. That would be the priority you should depend upon for the promotion of your product if it is certainly priced low. Then you can also heavily depend upon sales promotion, lesser of personal selling, lesser of marketing public relations and so on. The second category of factors that are affecting promotion mix is named to be customer or market related factors. Number one, characteristics of the target market. This speaks about the size of the target market. If the target market for your marketing offer or a product is very large, it is advisable to go for massive advertisement, sales promotion, marketing public relations and lesser of other promotional tools. If the size of the target market is small, you could first depend upon personal selling. Make use of the opportunity to reach out to every target consumer for your product since the size of the market is very small. So you depend upon personal selling first, followed by sales promotion, marketing public relations, and mainly you can also make use of direct marketing. The second point we discuss here is type of buying decisions. What type of buying decisions your target consumers are expected to take with regard to the purchase of your product. If the buying decision is very simple, it doesn't involve a lengthy discussion process, it doesn't involve many people who could collectively take the buying decision, you can go for advertising, sales promotion and lesser of other promotional tools. If the decision to be taken is very complex for buying your product, you can very well depend upon personal selling first, followed by advertising and sales promotion. So this is my recommendation. The third point is level of competition. If the competition is very stiff and very tough in your product market, go for massive advertisements along with high volume of sales promotion. That's the priority in your promotional budget. The third category of factors that are affecting promotion mix is named to be organization related factors. The first point here is promotion strategy. Push versus pull. What is the promotion strategy your company has adopted? If your company has adopted pushing strategy, that means you want to depend upon the channel intermediaries to push your brand into the hands of the target customers. In such occasion, you go for more of trade sales promotion, give away discount to the intermediaries or point of purchase display incentives and many other trade promotional activities could be carried out if you want to depend heavily upon pushing strategy of promotion for your product. If you depend upon pulling strategy, you as a company want to pull the target consumers towards the retail counters. So you don't heavily depend upon the intermediaries to promote your market offerings. Perhaps you want the intermediaries to simply stock your product. You take care of the promotion through advertising, through sales promotion, the consumer level sales promotion that will pull the target consumers towards the retail counters and demand for your market offerings. So depending upon the promotion strategy, what your company follows, you can decide about the promotion mix. The next one is about branding strategy. There are three branding strategies suggested here. New brand, brand extension, or combination of new and existing elements. These are all the possible branding strategies a company could follow when it introduces a new product into the market or when it enters into a new product market. If your company goes for new brand, obviously creating awareness about the new brand name would be a challenge. To meet out the challenge, the company is heavily recommended to go for advertising, more of advertising, the repeated advertising, and that too short advertisements which would be having high frequency in television media and other electronic media or in the newspapers. You give away the advertisements every day. That would be really beneficial for creating awareness about the new brand. This is with regard to the consumer products. If it is industrial products, as I said, whether you go for new brand or brand extension or the third one, you should first choose personal selling as your choice in the promotion mix. What about the second one, brand extension? If your consumer product is branded using the second strategy named brand extension, obviously it is easy for you to reach out to target consumers through advertisements. Not even with high frequency of advertisements, just with the support of a few number of advertisements which are going to be released in the right channels at the right time will definitely reach out to the mass target consumers for your product. Then the third one, if you go for a combination of new and existing elements, and that is again for promoting the brand with the third brand strategy, you can heavily depend upon advertisements that will clearly communicate about the new product which comes with the collaborative brand name of both new and existing one. That's what about the idea with regard to second point. The third point is pricing strategy. What is the type of pricing strategy you're going to follow for your new product? Are you going to follow skimming the cream pricing or penetration pricing? If you go for following skimming the cream pricing, you have decided to set the highest price possible for your product, which is perceived to be a totally a new product or innovative product or a product with novelty. This is a perception of the target consumers. In such occasion, you don't give away any sales promotional incentives in the beginning. You depend upon advertisement, that too not with high frequency. The moment people come to know about the entry of your product with novelty into the market, they are ready to buy it. Therefore, it is good to go for a few number of advertisements that would be sufficient with regard to skimming the cream pricing that you follow for your new product. What about penetration pricing? If you follow penetration pricing, you have decided to set the lowest price possible for your new product when it enters into the market. In such occasion, you heavily depend upon advertising and sales promotion. The offers like samples, free gifts or high discounts, that will definitely induce the target consumers to try your new product. That's what about the idea behind penetration pricing. The next point of consideration here is the budget. The budget, the amount allocated for promotional activities by your organization. If the amount allocated is really high, you can give more priority for advertising, sales promotion, followed by lesser priority for other promotional tools. Employees is the next point of consideration here. The strength and expertise of the employees are the points of consideration in this regard. If you have a small size of target consumers, you can very well make use of the good number of employees with high expertise related to your product for promotion of your product. So you can very well make use of personal selling as the promotional tool of priority in this regard. If your market is very large, unable to reach out to all the consumers using personal selling, you can definitely give priority for advertising. The next point of consideration here is intensity of distribution channel. What type of distribution pattern your company follows? Is it intensive or selective or extensive? If you go for intensive, you want to reach out to all the retail counters possible to make your brand available within the hand reach of the customers. This is really possible for FMCGs. To promote such products which are distributed using intensive strategy of distribution, you can very well depend upon advertising. If you go for selective distribution, you can give more priority for direct marketing, then advertising, then marketing, public relations, and so on. If you go for extensive, the first priority should be for personal selling, direct marketing. These two are to be given more weightage for promoting your market offering with a few number of customers, and that's the reason why you have opted for extensive distribution. This is what about the idea behind this particular point. The next one is about corporate image. Whether your company is well known to the people or unknown to the people. If your concern is well known among the target consumers, you can go for advertising, not necessary to depend upon personal selling in the beginning itself. Go for massive advertisements through electronic and print media. That will definitely fulfill your requirements of creating awareness for your new product. And what about unknown? If your company is unknown, I'm sure it is really inevitable for an unknown company to depend more of advertising, more of public relations. If the size of the market is very small, give first priority for personal selling. Your sales team will reach out to every target consumers and make them to be aware of your brand. And they will make the target consumers enlightened about your new product. And this will definitely happen if you go for depending upon personal selling in this regard. Thanks for watching this video. I hope I have done my lecture up to your level of satisfaction. I'll meet you in another video. If you like the video, give a like to the video. Bye for now, everyone.